What's up, everybody? Reality Sports Rap. Big P here, giving you guys the lowdown and the rundown on the week three of the NFL season. I'm here with my partners, my brothers, my comrades. Jeff to the left. HBCU, Jeff. What school did you go to? HBCU.
Winston-Salem State University. Let's go Rams. Let's go
Okay.
Rams.
Okay. And my other co-host, Curtis, QB9. Kurt, what school did you go to?
I'm a fellow Hornets, dude. Come on now. I'm a fellow Hornet.
I
Right. Two
was
and zero right
almost a
now.
Hornet. I was almost a
Excuse me.
Hornet.
Yeah, excuse me, not 2-0, but 2-1. Sorry
Yeah,
about
two
that.
and one.
But
2-1.
but listen, guys, we're gonna get right to this, man.
Yeah.
What a freaking week last week it was. And I'll tell you this, just because I know it's gonna be something that you guys are gonna want to get into later as my backlight goes up. That's gonna happen periodically. I'm in a breakout room, so. But I just want real quick. I'll just go back around and start with you, Jeff. I'll go with you, Kurt, and then I'll just say mine, and then we'll keep it going. But biggest surprise last week. I just want to hear the game. Biggest surprise of you last week, Jeff.
My biggest surprise was the Cleveland win. Cleveland over Green Bay. Did not expect that. I think Cleveland has a lot to build on from that win. Um, I believe Green Bay has a lot to work on.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
also, uh, just want to add this: very disappointed in Baltimore.
Oh,
The
see,
Ravens.
you gotta stick to the rules, my brother. I know it. See, that's why I said it. Okay, Kurt, what's your biggest surprise?
I'm not going to go with a team because all the teams that played, there were some great wins, great disappointments. I'm going to talk. I'll say the biggest thing takeaway was special teams play.
Mm.
The block
Good or bad?
punts, block kickoffs. Excuse me, the block extra points, the block field goals, the running backs of the kickoffs to touchdown. Unbelievable.
So,
Couple
what'd you
went
say?
out of
Was it
bounds.
good? Was it good or bad though?
It was exciting. People harp about it. I don't like it at certain points, but it made it exciting. Definitely made it exciting.
Okay. My biggest surprise was the game. It had to be Atlanta coming here to Charlotte yesterday. I mean, putting up. Sunday, 30-0.
Mm.
Atlanta. Atlanta was think was turning the corner. You know, they played like lights out that Minnesota game the week before, but I mean to come up here and lay that egg the way they did, man, was surprising. But you know, hats off to Carolina. I mean, it wasn't like it was 10-0. It was 30-0. So that was my biggest one. But other than that, man, we got to jump into some of the bigger ones, bigger stories here, guys. I want to get your take on the Philadelphia Los Angeles Rams game. I mean that. I think people turned that game off at some point. And obviously to hear about the outcome, Kurt. I mean, what went through your mind, man, when you heard about the final score of that game?
I watched two powerhouses who are going to be there end this year again. Atlanta took off like a bat out of hell. Brought it to Philly for the first. Philly woke up and showed you who they are. Atlanta. Excuse me. I think the Rams took the gas pedal with some of the play calling. You just got to let Matthew Stafford go. You got to keep your foot on their neck. You got to go for quarters because, again, Philly showed will not stop, will not give up attitude. And, again, you'll see these two teams, if not in the NFC Championship, in the playoffs again.
Yeah, I mean, but Kurt, like, it's funny. I mean, the difference, it was like, okay, Philly fought back, but the difference in that game was a special teams play, like to your point, right? I mean, but when you think about that, like What is that? Like, how could they come back against them like that so quickly?
Well, they went to AJ Brown. That's what it was. The passing game. Folks thought they couldn't pass. Jalen showed that he could pass. AJ Brown came up big. They still aren't running the ball that well like last year, but it's only game 3. But again, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. Yep.
Hello?
Yep. I think we lost Preston, our moderator.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, again, they decided to throw the ball. They had to throw the ball second half. Defense stepped it up as well. But I think the biggest thing in that second half was Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown.
Exactly.
And they came up big.
Yes. Actually, they were playing catch. And what I love was the offensive scheme, just to isolate and have the DB from the Rams on an island with just he and Brown. If you notice the offensive setups, they would flip the sides. If they spread the field, they would have 3 receivers on one side. They might flex the tight end out, and they would have just single coverage with Brown. And Brown exploited them. They exploited them.
Yeah. As big as he is, too. 6'3".
Oh, man, big dude. Yes. And a few first downs. He muscled his way to those first downs. Definitely did that. So he definitely exploited them. But what did you actually think about the Browns Green Bay game? What were your thoughts on that?
I called that. Preston and I were talking Saturday, early Sunday. I called that. I said I believe the Browns can get Green Bay, and it happened. The consensus is Jordan Love is the weak link. That's the consensus. But defense didn't play that well. Their running game isn't there. Offensively, their passing game isn't there. I mean, the Browns grounded them. The Browns have a really solid defense.
They have a very good defense.
And beware of what Dion mentioned on one of the podcasts. He said his son at some point this year, it may not be game 8, 9, 10, 11, but at some point this year, will get in there because their defense is so strong and their offense isn't putting out. And eventually, of course, the second quarterback, who is Dylan Gabriel, will take over and move Joe Flacco out. And the belief is Dylan Gabriel's true colors will show. That will score eventually coming in and starting. So I thought that was a pretty interesting take, but hey, I can see it happening.
Well, maybe he has some kind of insight on what's going on, or just hopeful, wishful thinking. But
he was.
I agree with
that. He was. Yeah.
Definitely. But they definitely have a strong defense, and if they can get that offense, if they can get at least 65% of production out of that offense, they will have. They'll surprise a lot more people.
Yeah,
they will surprise. They will surprise a lot more people.
Sometimes 50-50 because their defense is that good.
The defense is excellent.
Very, very interesting.
And they have a sound running game. Sound running game.
Very sound.
Sound running game. Yeah, definitely pleased with them. We got you back, brother.
What happened? What happened?
Not sure. I'm not sure. We lost both of you. Then Jeff, we got Jeff back and saw you to come back, but we still we lost him again.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Jeff, let's go on to your Giants game.
Well, the Giants, I see where they
Yeah.
benched. They are benching.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm
Russell
sorry,
Wilson.
they're but benching Russell Wilson, but they're going to have the
Right.
same results because their play calling is horrendous. Week in and week out, they're asking Russell Wilson to make bricks without straw, and that play calling is horrendous. You go, I don't. It doesn't matter who you put in there. You're going to get the same results because that play calling has to change.
Well, my thoughts were again. I still talk about this game one. Russ looks lost out there. Russ looks completely lost. There were 5 dropbacks that even Dan Orlovsky pointed out, where Russ dropped back, no pressure. There was a pocket around him. He threw it away, threw it down on the dirt. 2 plays where you guys were driving, I guess it was the fourth quarter, the last series, threw it out of the back of the end zone. Yes, no one may have been open, but he
No
didn't have
one
to rush. He didn't have to
did it.
rush it, right? But even though I think the young kid will be able to move around out of the pocket, create some runs, picking up 3, 4, 5 yards. And when you move your quarterback out of the pocket, that opens up passing lanes where you
It
hit a
does.
receiver,
It does. It
where
does.
you hit a
But when
receiver coming across. You have to come off of some of their patterns. You might hit a running
right.
back dipping out of the backfield. So it's going to be an ad lib, but I definitely think it will be a better situation for the Giants. They should have
it,
won 1 and 2. Go ahead.
but the thing is, I really think, and I'm just trying to get into the psyche of what Russell Wilson is thinking right now. He's probably trying to make a
Mhm.
conscious and concerted effort not to turn the ball over. So the thing is, if I don't see anyone open, instead of taking a sack for a loss, or knowing I don't have, or you don't see any running lanes, or you're trying to bounce outside of that rushing in, let me get rid of this ball because I don't want to turn the ball over. And I think that's what he's trying to make a conscious and concerted effort not to do. But then you stymie
Mhm.
play, like you said. Sometimes you just have to.
I mean, when it breaks down, he is a veteran enough quarterback where get out of the pocket and get a couple of yards, slide and get down. There is no, if you want to call it a sense of urgency, no mobility. And see, that's what a mobile quarterback can do. And Russ still is mobile. I mean, we've
He
seen him
is
do it
one.
last year. We've seen him do it a couple of times this year. It's just that, I don't know how to explain it, but to me, it's he's definitely got to go. The question was asked: do you cut him and let him go on his business, find something else?
I listen. I think he's a lot better than what's out there on the market.
But you
I
don't see
think
anything on the market. You have Jameis backing you up. I mean, to me, you can't go back to Russ. You let this kid play. If he gets hurt, you bring Jameis in.
but
You don't want to go back to
historic
Russ.
historically, you just don't throw a kid out and into the wilderness like that to the wolves. You
Why'd you
allow
draft him?
him,
Why'd you
but
move up to draft him?
you gotta let him. You gotta let him grow, so to speak.
I
And
mean,
we have
again, there are certain when you have a quarterback that's a hit not miss. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers was under him. Tom Brady had Drew Bledsoe under him. When you have
right,
those,
exactly.
different story. Russ was
Even love had time to grow.
rough with
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers. So those quarterbacks weren't where Russell was. Russell was dismissed by 3 other teams before he came to you guys.
well, I mean, we have Marley. What was Marley? That's a true Giant fan. Let him
No,
elaborate on that.
I thought it was you.
What
My
up,
bad.
Rick? No, but you know what the thing is? It's that I don't think he's right for that system. I don't know if they're getting plays from PlayStation, Madden, or what. Some of these plays are just horrendous.
Yeah,
Horrendous.
yeah.
I just, I really don't understand, you know, uh, that play calling and
Mm-hmm.
where they're coming from with it. But on the other hand, my boys, the Cowboys,
Yeah.
I mean, the stench that they're giving every week, the stench that they're producing every week is horrendous. Brick, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Good,
All
brother.
right, all right, all right. That
P, what's going
stench
on?
that the Cowboys is
Yeah,
horrendous, man. It's horrendous. And
unreal.
you put CeeDee Lamb in the backfield and look at the results.
Hmm.
Look at the results. I
Like I
haven't
told Chris, it wasn't like they haven't done that before. So that was just an unfortunate. That was just unfortunate. That was
unfortunately,
just
and it shows a sense of desperation. Like, what are you
that's,
doing here?
that's what it shows.
A sense of desperation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that defense, I mean, it couldn't stop a nosebleed. I mean, I saw a flea flicker and the ball was in the air for 30 seconds on the pitch back. I was like, yo. I mean, you let them do these playground plays and you're
Hmm.
still not stopping it. You
Yeah,
could. It's
man.
like, and the thing is, if your defense can't stop anybody, then your offense needs to be high powered. And Dallas has none of the above. None of the above. None of
Yeah.
the above. What is your
Rick,
take on that, Price?
yeah, Rick, what you think?
Preston. First of all, peace, guys. I'm sorry, a little late. I'm sorry about
Peace,
that.
peace, peace, my brother.
Yeah,
Peace,
yeah. So go ahead.
peace.
We need your take on what they was just talking about. You heard? P.
No, he asked you the question. Yeah, that's what he was saying. They
So
asked
what's
you.
the question?
What is your take on the Dallas Cowboys? Well, let's first start off with the Giants. What is your take on your team?
So we just gonna
I
dip
know
in the
you want me
pool.
to. I know you want to say, "Hey, Jeff, slow down before you get a speeding ticket, man. You jumping on the Giants, right?
Yeah,
Slow down
you know,
before you get a speeding ticket."
you clearly said Cowboys, so I was
All
just
right,
trying to
we can go with
elaborate.
the Cowboys. We can go
Well,
with the Cowboys.
I think the Cowboys and the Giants are the same team
I agree.
at
I
this
agree.
point. You know what I mean? We had these high expectations for this NFC East thing, and we've been let down so far. Um, Coming from a football guy, I know that is, we're in a area where you can't really you have to get busy at the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? And we haven't. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to be in the playoffs again. Washington may be in the playoffs.
I don't
They're
think
the
maybe.
they're the two teams right now that's just showing out, and so that's my opinion on that. Cowboys, they got exposed because we beat the Cowboys. We talked about this last week. We beat them. We beat ourselves. We
True.
we we got busy with the Cowboys,
Right.
but it shows like I think the play calling is Pop Warnerish. And for people that don't know what Pop Warner is, that's a football program in the state of New Jersey. It's called Pop Warner. And for kids, for
Universal, man.
children, that's
That's
the kind of
universal.
play calling that was going on and the kind of coaching that was going on. So, it's the New York Pop Warner Giants right now. I'm highly upset at the organization. I think that's not because I could ramble now. So just that's to answer your question about the Cowboys. Them and the New York the New York Giants are the same right now.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you find this a sense of urgency with the Texans?
Uh,
That's really been on my mind.
Hold on. Do you
They're
hear
they
static?
start the season 0-3. What do you guys feel about that? A sense of urgency with them?
Do you hear static on your end?
No, no.
Okay, so I hear some on my end, but
What do you think about that, Press?
Well, I don't think you have to panic with the Texans. They just have a lot of people hurt. That's just been their thing. They can't plug in players when they need to be. One of their best players, Joe Mixon, was out right from the beginning of the season. He is their best, probably the best veteran player. Now that Larry Tunsil's gone, so I don't think that they are going to be. I think they'll get it together. The problem is that they just have a lot of injuries right now.
And yourself, Kirk, what do you think about that?
Yeah, starting off 0-3 is something, but there's a lot of AF teams that are maybe possibly 2-1, a couple 3-0, and it's an uphill battle when you dig yourself that a hole, and you're already looking at if you playoffs, you're going to be team number 7, 8, got 5, 7 or 8 on the road. So you got to dig yourself out the hole quickly.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Another take on the Steelers. I know that's your team, Press. Steelers, Steel Curtain.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
tell me what your take was. Tell me what
well,
your
you
take
know what
was.
Steelers.
the thing is? When you have a King Corso, you have a dog. It's a King Corso, which is a big dog. He is pretty aggressive. And then you have a Shih Tzu, and the Shih Tzu is barking, and the Shih Tzu is going crazy. You expect that King Corso to just devour that Shih Tzu. So, with my with that is the Patriots are not a really good team. They're not coming together. They have a few players, and they have some work to do. So, Pittsburgh, they did what they were supposed to do.
Won the game.
Beating them 21-14. I think it should have been a little bit more dominant than that, but they did what they were supposed to do. And the teams like
Did
that,
they
you're
though?
supposed to beat them.
But did they do what they were supposed to do? They got
They
5
won.
turnovers. Okay.
But listen, at the end of the day, the thing is, they won. They were victorious. It was
All right.
21-14. But they did, like you said, they turned the ball over. And a team that's better than the Patriots, that you're not going to fare well. Not going to fare well. I mean, you can't turn the ball over and expect to beat Don Bosco Prep. I don't care who you are.
Man, they got beat up,
Well,
Well,
and
no,
they
Pittsburgh
yeah.
Patriots turned the ball over 5 times.
Yeah, well, yes,
So
Patriots.
Yeah, and
I'm as
that's the
impressed
and
as
that's
they.
the yeah, that's the disturbing part about it because they moved the ball on us all day. I mean, they had even in the passing game, they had players wide open. See, the Steelers still have problems. They still have issues. They still can't play the pass, and they still are struggling to stop the run. And the Patriots did everything. The problem was the Patriots turned the ball over at the wrong time. That was the big part. It was the timing in which they did it. But like you said, Jeff, these are the games that is why Aaron Rodgers is there. It's for these type of games. When the defense gets their head out of their ass and start performing right, we need him to be able to complete or throw the pass or throw the ball downfield. And that's the difference. He threw 2 very good passes that really helped. But I
Right.
can't really take much from that performance other than the fact that it's really one of those things. It's like we're gonna look back and it's gonna be that win that'll probably either keep us in the playoff picture. It'll be games like that. But I can't say that I'm impressed really with what the Steelers are doing yet. They haven't shown me anything that they do well. And when teams will continue to move the ball on you at will, and you have to somehow find a defensive play to stop their momentum late in the games, you're not going to be able to get that all the time. So,
Right. Right. Question. Um, Fellas, what thus far from the season, we're embarking on week 4. So far in the season, what has been your surprise team this year? A team that's overachieving. They're doing better than what you ever anticipated thus far in the season.
That's easy. That's easy. Colts,
Colts.
Indianapolis.
Colts.
Colts. Absolutely.
Oh,
I
Absolutely.
gotta I gotta say one that is that's one there too, but I gotta go with Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, they playing well on both sides of the ball. Like they're a
Yeah.
very balanced team.
I
But the
expected
main
that
thing is
though.
really
Yeah. I
the main thing
expected
is
them.
really behind the play of their quarterback right now. He's
Yeah.
playing really above par
Right.
right now. So I think they're surprising, but they normally lose like yesterday. I mean, on a Sunday. The Jets came back. Jets technically should have won that game.
Mm.
So
Right.
those are those are some of the things that surprised me about them is that they play well, but late in the games they kind of fall apart, and this is what's happening to them. But big up
Right.
to the Jets. They fought back.
Big up to the Jets. Definitely. You know, I agree with you guys as far as with Tampa Bay, but also has been and I agree with you with the Colts. But I am truly surprised and impressed with the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm,
I did not expect them to play as well as they've been playing. And we talked about special teams. We touched on special teams.
mm,
Their special teams have been lights out.
mm.
And that's why they are standing at 2-1 right now. And
Yeah,
they have been my surprise team.
I
yeah.
got a
I want to
question,
add.
fellas.
I want to say something to y'all because I said something week one, and it actually popped up this morning. I said to you week one, I was not scared of any team in the NFC West. I had said that week one, but right
Mm,
now that might be the best division in football.
wow.
You have a
Mm.
3-0, a 3-0 49er team, 2-0 Seahawk team, 2-0 Ram team, and a 2-0 or 2-1
2-1 Cardinal team.
2-1 Cardinal team. Okay,
Right.
so
Mm,
everybody's above 500 in that one. And I said that. I said, you know what? I wasn't scared of anybody, but right now, other than that mishap that happened with Philly and the Rams, I mean, they have been all 14 have been
Right.
playing pretty well. So
yeah.
my
Right.
bad. Go ahead.
Right.
And that was an excellent game. Came down to the wire. Once again,
Mm,
like you said, Kurt,
mm,
special teams with this
yeah.
49ers and Cardinals team.
Yeah.
You know, that was, and 49ers is playing with Mac Jones, who, he did
Yeah.
what they needed him to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
don't make mistakes and manage. Just be a game manager.
Yeah.
Don't just stay within the confines of the game,
Yeah.
manage the game, and don't turn the ball over. And that's what he did. And they were
Now you see
victorious.
why people. Now you see why people told him don't pay Purdy, right? You in that offense, anybody can play if they just got to
Well,
be able. They got to be healthy.
yeah. Well, he got to keep it up too now. Consistency wins games now because,
Yep.
you can
They
have
three and
one
zero.
good game, you could have one bad game, and you're going to get judged for what you just did at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
they 3-0
So,
though. That's what I'm saying.
so
They
we
they
can't
doing
take nothing.
something right.
Yeah, we can't take nothing from Purdy. Purdy was in the Super Bowl. Let's not do that. You know, let's not do that. You know,
Yeah, but he
and
always hurt. Now that was before.
hey,
That
man,
team was that team was ready for the Super Bowl before he got there. But anyway, I hope he gets better.
yeah.
But they 3-0.
But
Three and
look,
zero.
so
Three
check
and
this
zero.
out,
That's
fellas,
huge.
fellas, fellas. Is it me? I don't know if I spoke on this last week, but these referees in the game of football is getting more and more ridiculous. I don't know if you guys know.
I
Saquon
think it's
Barkley got fined for lowering his head as a football running back. He's a running back. He was running the ball and he lowered his head to truck somebody and run him over, and they fined him.
What they find him?
that. But you know
What did they
what the
find
thing
him?
is, like
They fined him for illegal for lowering for leading with his head.
No, I know
was it
that. But how
crowning?
much? What? How much did they find him?
I don't think. Okay, this is the NFL. Anything over $1,000 is drastic, in my opinion. I don't care. A fine is serious. You're getting
Well, I don't.
fined
That's
for
what I'm saying.
playing the
I'm just
game.
asking. Yeah, but I'm just asking. What did they find him? Like,
So
and
you
that's
didn't
what I'm
ask
asking.
why did they fine him. You asked the money amount. That don't make sense, P. How much? How much? Give us a. They
All
fined
right.
the
He was
man for
fined.
playing
He was
football
fined 46,371.
for playing the game of
Oh,
football.
Yeah. See, that's what I wanted to think. That thing's crazy. That's what I was asking. But that's what I'm saying. I don't
some
like I'm
people
saying.
don't make that in a year's
I
salary.
mean, right. And that's what I'm saying to you is like that is a lot of fucking money.
For
That's a lot of
playing,
money.
it don't even matter what the amount is. Why are you getting punished for playing the game of football?
You know
That's
what?
Well,
my
I
Once
point.
don't.
again,
I
it's
don't.
the
I
NFL
don't.
is a brand, and they're
Yeah.
protecting their brand.
Right.
No,
And
they're
Right.
when
protecting
when
these
they
bets.
implemented that rule, no crowning, that's how a running back or that's how someone who's running the ball actually protects themselves by lowering your head. You're taught that from Pop Warner. You're taught that from Little League. This is how you protect yourself. When you're turning that corner or you're coming towards someone who's tackling you, you lower that head for protection.
Which is why he wasn't as successful in the last game, because I think it's going to affect his play.
Of course, it plays on your psyche.
After that, it's going to affect his play. It's going to affect everyone's play. It's just like this. I was at a high school game the other day, and every 5 seconds they were getting a call. Every time they made a first down, every time it was 3rd and goal, or every time they would get a call. They would get a call. They kept going back. At some point, you say, you know what? I don't care anymore. We can't win for losing. You're not playing against the team. You're also playing against the refs at some point. It's ridiculous.
Well, everybody plays against him. So I mean,
you're playing against the refs.
Right, everybody does.
And one more thing. One more thing. If I see it from home, the people at the stadium see it, a bad call, there's no repercussions. But if it's a call that they made and they want to go forth with, everybody can see it. Nothing happens. Nothing.
But
think about what I'm saying. If I can see it on the TV,
listen, I agree.
People from home can see it, and even the commentators say, I don't agree with that call. It still plays out because the ref said it. That makes no sense, man. It's destroying the game of football, and it's gotten worse since these betting platforms have been born, since these FanDuels, since all of these DraftKings. I think it has damaged the morality of football in sports all across the board. That's it.
Well, they don't see it that way.
They ain't on reality sports rap.
Because the thing is,
they don't see it that way. It's about the revenue.
It's all about revenue with them.
Yeah.
It's all about revenue.
So why even be involved in bet and even be talking about the sport if the integrity is gone?
Right, but then it also too, Bricks. We're in a soft generation.
You know what? I just posted a video where people came into an office and there was this one person that wasn't in on it. Everybody else was in on it. And everybody just started sitting up every time the bell rang and sitting down.
I saw that.
I sent that to you guys.
Yes.
I sent that to you guys.
Yes.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm not that person. I'm not follow the leader. I'm going to think for myself, and I'm going to say what I feel. NFL is full of shit. The referees are full of shit. You're messing the game of football up. Stop it. I know y'all got cousins. I know they got cousins betting. They got cousins betting. Y'all can't bet. Y'all got y'all people betting for y'all. And y'all destroying the game. And that's why a documentary came out on Netflix about that crooked ass referee in the NBA. Y'all still exist. Stop it.
But they know you're still gonna watch.
To a degree.
They don't care.
It's a business. It's a brand, unfortunately.
To a degree.
It's a business. It's a brand, unfortunately.
Yeah, they legally could cheat. That's all. That's basically what it is. They got a license to cheat.
I definitely believe the NFL is a part of that. Even with CeeDee Lamb, when he was out and this man has an ankle injury, I believe that was the NFL having him to come in on that second quarter for one play, knowing the man couldn't run. So now, if he didn't come in that second quarter, all bets are off if you use him. Now that he comes in on the second quarter, if you're on FanDuel, you got a bet or you have him in, he qualifies now.
Gotcha.
He qualifies. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. It's
but did he get a pass thrown to him?
It reminds me of the old movie with Sidney Poitier and Calvin Lockhart and Bill Cosby. Let's do it again. Sucker money. Sucker money. Every sit up. Sucker money.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I said, he said, I'm looking.
Yeah, definitely.
Sucker money. Every sit of it. Sucker money.
Yeah.
It's a sucker born every day. You know what I mean? Sucker money, boy.
That's what it is, man. For sure. You know how we do, man. Reality sports rap.